What's up, guys? Hello, hello, hello. So, last Wednesday live stream before Christmas. Just want to say that because there will not be a Wednesday live stream next week because it's Christmas Eve and I'll be doing family stuff. So, tonight we are doing a live, uncut, unedited, off the cuff, whatever you want to call it, live review of the Lyxpro Mini guitar. Now, there's a very good reason why I'm doing this as a live review rather than like one of my regular recorded guitar review videos. There's a good reason for that. Plus, I wanted to do something different, a little special for you guys, last live stream before Christmas. But here's the main reason. So, last weekend, I had some family here visiting. So anyway, I know there's a lot of people in the chat. I just want to say hello to everybody. Happy to see you guys all here. Very cool. Welcome, everybody. But anyway, I had some family visiting last weekend, and my brother was here, right? My brother was here, and, knowing that I have tons and tons of guitars, he asked me if I had any guitar or like a guitar set or whatever that he could get from me that he could give to his grandsons for Christmas. So my brother has, I say grandsons because they're twins. There's two of them. They're 8 years old. These two little 8-year-old boys, and he wants to give them an electric guitar for Christmas to see if it's something that they would be interested in. Like, hey, I'm like, well, so I'm asking him, did they express interest in guitar? Did they say they want to play the guitar? Are they interested? He's like, well, no, but you don't know until you try, right? He wants to give them something to capture their interest so that they're not just like sitting and, playing the iPad all the time. And he thinks maybe they'll be interested. So he asked me, and being that they're only 8 years old, I didn't really want to give them like a full-size guitar. I started playing when I was 11, and I had a full-size guitar. But they're only 8, so they're a little bit smaller. And this was literally the only like small-size guitar that I'm willing to part with, I guess you could say. I do have those two Jackson guitars, if you guys remember. I've got the pink Randy Rhoads Micro, or whatever it's called. And then I had the white Soloist. I still have both of those too. But this one, I feel like it's maybe a little bit more kid-friendly because it doesn't go all the way up to 24 frets. So it's a shorter reach this way, like a smaller scale length, I think. And it plays really nice. So anyway, I said, yeah, I have something I can give you. I said, but the only issue is I haven't done a video on it yet. And I've had this thing for well over a year. I bought this on eBay, like, I don't even remember yet when. It was the whole package. It's the guitar, it's the amp. If you guys looked at that link that I put in there for Amazon, you'll see it's a whole like starters pack. The guitar, the gig bag, the amp, the cable, the straps, some picks, some extra strings, whatever. I bought it on eBay, like, I can't even remember how long ago. It was like an open box return or something, and I bought it for like $70, which was a good deal. It's not in perfect shape, but still, you heard me play it. So anyway, my brother's asking me, and I'm like, you know what? I haven't done a video on it, but I think I can make it happen. And I thought I was going to record a video for it, before next week. And I was like, you know what? Why record a video? I'll just do it live. Do it live. So here I am doing it live, guys. I'm going to go over everything on the guitar here in just a second. I'm going to do some measurements. I'm going to check the weight. I'm going to check the pickups. But first, I want to show you some better pictures because here it's coming across like it might be pink. It's not pink, it's red. So let me show you some, oh, thank you, Jamie. Yeah, the Jackson Minions, that's what they're called. And Ibanez has the Micro. Somebody asked me, Slam, how does it compare to the Ibanez Micro? I've never played the Ibanez Micro, so I don't know. Anyway, here's some better quality pictures of this exact guitar. Here's the first one. So you can see it's actually really red. It's like Ferrari red, right? And what attracted me to this when I saw it on eBay all those months ago is that it's got a hardtail, it's got 2 humbuckers, right? So I like that. And it's the Strat shape, so that's cool to bolt on. Now those look like they're active pickups, guys, but they're not. They're just, plastic covered pickups. And I'm pretty sure they're really inexpensive pickups, not very great quality pickups. Here's a shot of the whole thing from the bottom to the top of the headstock. And here's a close-up of the headstock. This is a Lyxpro. I did do a review on a Lyxpro one time. It was like the gold Les Paul style Lyxpro, if anybody remembers that. That was quite a while ago. But that's the one and only Lyxpro besides this one. And you can see it's got 2 string trees. Here's a shot of the back. So you can see the neck plate, bolt on. And here's another shot of the back, the whole thing, including the headstock. So that's what it looks like. Now here's what it looks like. Where is it? I know I saved it on here somewhere. Here's the listing on Amazon, guys. So you can see on Amazon, these sell brand new for $159. You can see there in the picture what it comes with. You get the guitar, the gig bag, and yes, the gig bag is the right size. It fits it. The little 20-watt amp, I think it is. I have all that stuff in a box, but I'm not going to get it out for the live, guys. I mean, it's one of those cheap 20-watt amps. Doesn't sound amazing, doesn't sound great, but it gets the job done for any beginner. And then it looks like it comes with an extra set of strings, some picks, the cable, a tuner, and a strap. And then you can see they have other options over there, different colors, but those are not the mini guitars. Those are like the regular sort of Strat size guitars. Anyway, back to my ugly mug. Now on this particular one, interesting thing, and what I noticed right away when I first got it and took it out of the box is that the bridge pickup is not centered under the strings. Take a look, guys. Here's the bottom string, like down here. So the bridge pickup is like too far up this way. I don't know how well you can tell that, but it's not, it's too far up. It's not centered. You can kind of tell with, look what the pickup looks like compared to the bridge. See how the top of the pickup ring is too far up above the bridge? So they didn't do a good job of centering that pickup. I don't know if it makes a difference in the sound. And you can see it more clearly back in the first picture, which is, see there? See the left side of the bridge pickup kind of sticking out too far that way? And even on the neck pickup, it's a little bit to the left too far. So I don't know what happened there. Maybe the bridge didn't get placed correctly. Maybe the pickups are okay, but the bridge was placed too far to the right. And you can kind of see the strings on top of the fretboard. You can see the strings are a little bit to the right, but still totally playable. Totally playable. The strings are not falling off the edge of the fretboard or anything. You guys heard me play it. Not once did this string come off the side of the fretboard, so it's fine that way. But when you look at the Amazon listing, and maybe that was the reason why this was like an open box return. Maybe that's why it got returned. I don't know. But if you look at the picture from Amazon, where is it? Look closely. That looks like the pickups in the bridge are perfectly aligned, right? So maybe the ones on Amazon right now are, don't have that issue. I don't know. You can still buy it. Still available. The link is down in the video description, by the way, right at the top of the video description. Okay, I'm not sure what kind of fretboard this is. It's not rosewood. It might be one of those like engineered fretboards, a HPL or something like that. It could be Purple Heart. I don't know. I don't know if that's listed on the Amazon listing. The body wood, again, I'm not sure. Maybe it says on the Amazon listing. You can check that if you really want to. And the hardtail, it is a hardtail, guys, but the strings do not go through to the back. So it is a top loader. So the strings are, coming in right back through here. And this still has the same strings on it that it had on it when I got it. So yeah, the tuning stability right now is a little iffy, but again, I just barely took it out. I just barely started messing with it yesterday. So didn't really give it a chance to stretch the strings out. Plus it's still got the original like cheapy strings. So, but it plays really well. So surprisingly, it plays really well and has a pretty thin neck. If I can give you guys a shot of the neck profile, surprisingly thin, because you know what happens a lot on these cheap guitars, right? They have those like big chunky necks. Not on this one. I'm actually almost a little bit bummed that like I'm giving it away, giving it to my brother to give to the grandkids, but that's okay. It's hopefully, you know, they take to it and they play it. But it's, yeah, I mean, I was just thinking about this one before the live stream when I was warming up a little bit. I was like, okay, if I replace the tuners, because the tuners, you know, they're not very good. They're a little bit stiff and clunky. If I replace the tuners and put in better pickups and then cleaned up the frets a little bit, I already shimmed the neck pocket because the action was kind of high. So yesterday I took the neck off, put a little piece of cardboard paper down in there, put the neck back on. Now the action is low. Now it's really comfortable for shredding. Not that those 8-year-olds will be doing shredding, but I can totally shred this thing. So if I put better tuners and new strings, polish up the frets, boy, this thing would be, oh, and new pickups. These pickups are definitely on the weak side, and I notice it when I'm playing, I notice it with the sustain. So when I'm playing like some notes, the notes die out really quickly. And that's how I always know that like, well, the pickups are weak because, you know, you go to like hold a note or play notes and I can just tell. It's just, I can tell in the sound, I can tell in the feel of how it's coming across. But I am going to measure them with my multimeter so we know exactly for sure what is the output on each of these pickups. I'm guessing it's, you know, it's going to be something like around 7K, maybe even lower. I don't know. We'll see. Okay, let me see. I need to unplug it, so I'm gonna turn off my pod farm so it doesn't go meh. Okay, that's off. I can unplug it now. We're all good there. And what I'm gonna do, everybody, is I'm gonna back up here a little bit. I'm gonna bring my little TV tray over here. Let's do this. I need like 5 arms right now. I don't have 5 arms, so let's do this. Bring this over here. Oh, we are high tech here on the Bald Shredder channel, let me tell you. I'm gonna get the cable ready. And here's my multimeter reader, which I never show on camera because I don't think it's necessary to go, look, there's the number. But anyway, that's what I got that from Temu quite a while back. Temu cheapy, but it works just fine. Works just fine. Okay, what is the output on the old pickups? I made a Stevie T face, I did? Oh no. Well, I would love to have Stevie T's numbers, you know, number of subscribers, number of views on the videos. I'm definitely jealous of that from Stevie T, lucky guy. Anyway, but you know what? What am I saying? I don't need that. You guys give me enough. You guys give me everything I need. So the heck with that. I don't need Stevie T. I got Bald Shredder fans, Bald Shredder viewers. Best in the world, right guys? Okay, here we go. Bridge pickup. Hopefully I don't electrocute myself on camera. No, it's never happened. Oh, I was totally wrong. I was totally wrong. Bridge pickup, 14.11. 14.11. Wow, I was totally wrong. So the output is high, but maybe some of the notes are dying out because the frets are not completely level. You know, if you have unlevel frets, it won't sustain the note. Wow, I'm shocked. Let's check the neck pickup. I can't believe it's that high. I am amazed. Neck pickup, 8.46. Wow, that's like right. That's almost exactly where I would want both of them to be. You know, for a bridge pickup, 14 and above is acceptable. I usually like 15 and above, but as long as it's not below 14, and it's not, I can't believe it. So wow, guys, maybe you don't even need to change the pickups in this guitar. Maybe you just need to clean up the frets a little bit. You know, maybe there's like a couple high frets. I don't know. I haven't gone over it like with the fret rocker or anything. So surprisingly good on the output. I am shocked. I was so sure that those, but you know what? When I was playing it, did you hear some of those pinch harmonics that I got, especially on the low E string? Now, you know, whatever. I can't imitate it with my mouth. And that's usually not possible on the low output pickups. So, yeah. So I guess that's why I was able to get some really good pinch harmonics because of the pickup. Yeah, 14 point something on the bridge. Shocking. But hey, that's cool, right? Cool, very cool. All right. Now, up next, checking the weight, guys. Let's see in the chat. Tell me, how much do you think this guitar weighs? I'm going to tell you right now, it's not very heavy because it's little, right? But what do you think? Give me some numbers in the chat, and then we'll see. We'll see. Okay, maybe I'll jam a little more when I'm done going over everything on the guitar. Maybe I'll jam a little more, especially if somebody puts something in the super chat. I might be a little more motivated. Just saying. You don't have to, but just saying. So let's see. Jamie says 7.27. Steve Gunner, 7 pounds. Retro, 6 pounds. 5.8. Dave, 6.2, 7.5. Clutch, 4.7. Marlon, 4.5. Michael Stevens with the lowest one so far, all the way down to 3 pounds. I don't think it's going to be that light, Michael, but let's see. Darren says 5.5. Tony says 8. I'm pretty sure this is, here's my prediction, guys. Under 6 pounds. That's all I'm going to say. Under 6 pounds. Let's turn it on. All right, here we go. Holding it up. Oh, got to start over. Come on. Here we go. It's vacillating. It's jumping around. Come on, stop changing. Stop moving. Just sit still. Okay, there we go. Let's see if I can show you guys. Let's see if it comes up. I was right. Under 6 pounds. Does that show up? Barely. 5.16. It's hard to show that on the webcam. 5.16. Hopefully that's coming through. Anyway, take my word for it. Just barely over 5 pounds. Oh my gosh, it's light as a feather. So that's great for 8-year-olds, right? Great for 8-year-olds. So a lot of people said, yeah, 5.5, Rod 5.3, Vins 5.3. Thank you for the super chat, Jamie. $2, I'll take it. That means I got to play this guitar some more. I will in a minute, for sure. I will. You earned it. The next thing I want to look at is what's the scale length? Now, I know on Amazon it says like 30-something inches, but they're measuring from the back of the guitar up to the tip of the headstock. That's not the scale length. Obviously, this does not have like a 30-something scale length. Here we go, guys. Measuring from the nut to the saddles, and it is right about 22.5. So guys, 22.5, let me show you how long that is. 22.5, right about there. From there to there, from finger to finger, 22.5. 22.5, so not bad. You know, like on a regular Strat or a Super Strat or whatever, that's usually 25.5, so it's 3 inches shorter. Okay, and Les Pauls and those you know, those kind of guitars, those are like 24.75, and then you have other guitars, you know, different scale lengths, like the baritone that I did Was it last week? That was like, was it a 30-inch scale? I think it was a 30-inch scale, like really long. So pretty cool, huh? Pretty cool. Yeah, even the nut, like they got the height right on the nut, you know, like sometimes on the cheap guitars, the nuts are too high up and then the strings are too high up down here, but no, it's got the right height on the nut. And it even looks pretty darn cool, don't you think? Especially the Ferrari red. I'm going to show that first picture again. There it is, guys. That's the actual color. The color is not coming through on the webcam very good. The actual color is Ferrari red. It just makes me think, you know, 80s guitar. Yeah. Okay. Slam says the neck looks wide. Let's measure. You know, I'm glad you said that because now I need to measure the nut. I'll measure the nut and then I'll measure it down at the end of the fretboard. But to do that, to be precise, we're getting real scientific here, guys. I'm going to use my measuring thingamabobber thing here, which I never can remember the actual name. Caliper, is that what it's called? I got to put the battery in because if you leave the little battery in these things, even though you turn it off, it still drains the battery. And I'm like, drain my battery. I wasn't even using it. Okay, battery's in. We're marked at 0. We are checking the nut. I am estimating that it's going to be like 42 millimeters or 41 even. Let's see. 42 exactly. Well, I'm moving it around with my hand accidentally. Let me see if I can get it back to 42. Okay, 42. It moved when I pulled it up, but it was 42.0. That is exactly the size of nut that I like. Every time I order like a custom guitar from IYV, I always say 42 millimeters at the nut. Let's check the end of the fretboard. Let's check the end of the fretboard. Here we go. Here we go. All the way at the end. What do we got? It's a little bit wider than what I prefer at the end of the fretboard, guys. 56.8. 56.8. 56.8. Just as a comparison, let me do this IYV right here. Let me see what this one is. I don't think it's going to be 56.8, but it might, and then I'll check another guitar maybe. This one is 56, so a little bit more narrow. Let me check the ricottas because they're even more narrow down at the end of the neck, which is the way I like it. So checking the crazy custom ricotta here. Yeah, even more narrow. 54.2. 54.2 on my best guitar. 54.2. So anyway, there is all the measurements on the Lyxpro Mini. Let me take the battery out now before it dies on me. Okay. All right, guys. At this time, at this moment, are there any questions or comments about the red guitar? Put them in the chat because I know I've been talking and I haven't been able to like read all the comments and stuff. So I need to rest my voice here for a minute. Put it in the chat. I'm going to take a drink of my tea and I'm going to read the comments. Something you want to ask or say about that guitar. I need the Jeopardy music here, guys. It's just too quiet when I stop talking. Doot, 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 doot. Okay. Angry Trucker Bob, good question. Good question. See, you guys think of things that I didn't think of. How many frets? Okay. 1, 2, well, there's 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Hey, it's 21 frets. So that's not even like too different than like the Squires, you know, the Squire Strats. And the Squier Tellys and stuff, they have 21 frets. Eddie Van Halen's first Van Halen guitar had 21 frets. I thought it was going to be like 17 or something like that, but no, let me check again. 12, 15, 17, 19, 20, 21. 21, there you go. And even the frets themselves, they are not teeny tiny. They're like decent size. I would even almost say, well, I'm not going to say medium jumbo, but close to being medium jumbo. The knobs and stuff being too close to, I do wish that the volume knob, like I wish they were a little further over here, and I wish there was a little bit more space between the knobs where the switch is, because like when you're going to like flick the switch, it's like there's not a lot of space there. So I do wish it was a little bit more spread out over here, definitely. But it's, you know, it's not something like, oh my gosh, I can't play this guitar because the knobs are in the way. It was really not too much of a big deal. But I do wish it was a little bit over there. Okay, I might be missing any comments here. I told you guys to put comments, and I'm talking again. What's up, guys? Handsome Eli. How thick are the strings for such a short? I think these are 9-gauge strings. And that might be another reason why it's a little bit hard keeping it in tune. But they don't feel like 10-gauge strings to me. Yeah, Amazon says 22 fret. This one's 21. Probably if you click on, on that Amazon, you can click on different colors, but the other colors are like the full-size Strats, and they might be 22 frets. This one, unless it's different now. Remember, I told you I got this over a year ago. But I'm sure you can look at the picture on Amazon and see if it's 21 or 22. Rod. Playing the that you got for me. Okay, cool. Yeah, Trucker Bob, you might want to get one of these for carrying in the truck. Because it's small, yet it's not a total piece of junk. So it's, it's like, oh yeah, I got a little tiny small kid's guitar and it's terrible. Definitely not the case. And it comes with a gig bag, so that's another plus. The neck is normal sized. Yes. Clutch. 42 millimeters. We measured it. Down here, I already forgot what it was. 56.8 or something like that. Neck profile, like a thin shredder profile. So yeah, it's a normal sized neck. But, the scale length is shorter, right? 22.5. But for the most part, it feels like a normal neck. Eli, the pickups in it, they're just generic pickups. I don't know what they are. They're probably ceramic pickups. They're not active pickups. There's no battery. And they're high output. I measured them. Were you here when I measured them? It was like 14 point something and 8 point something. I can't believe it. I was shocked. Yeah, I better hide this from Metal Dude for sure, Dave. You're right. Because of the red, right? He'd like it. He'd probably get a black marker and write Metal Dude on it. Luckily, I'm taking it to my brother's house pretty soon. So I'll just have to hide it for a few days. How's the intonation? I didn't really check it super clearly. But even if the intonation's off, you can adjust the saddles, forward or back. But it sounded okay to me. I didn't notice anything sounding totally out of whack. Mr. JW, I have it tuned standard tuning, just like normal tuning. Just like you would tune like a regular full length, full scale guitar. Yeah, the bridge is high output. Shocking, right? You would expect like, oh, it's a kid's guitar. It's going to be like 3 point something. No, over 14K. Very surprised at that. Anyway, I did say I would pay it again. Not pay it again. Can I speak? I did say I would play it again. I think I was thinking pay because Jamie paid $2 in the super chat. So I owe her some more jamming. I owe you guys some more jamming. And we're going to do that now. So let me get it all fired up here. I got to open my, where is it? Got to open my pod farm and get it going. We're live. I might be out of tune though, but that's okay. All right, I'm going to mute my mic and here we go. Lyxpro Mini, baby. There you go. All right, guys, if you are interested in checking out this guitar, where is it? It's right here, guys. The whole kit and caboodle, the whole thing for $159.99 on Amazon right now. I'm going to put the link in the chat. There it is. Check it out. Check it out. I don't know if you can still get it before Christmas. Maybe you'd have to check and see what the Amazon listing says for you. But there you go, guys. Pretty cool, huh? All right, I think I'm going to switch gears here. I think I have covered everything on that guitar. Does anybody have any final questions about that guitar? thank you for the nice words for people, teachable, saying I make that guitar sound great. Dave wants to know if my fingers are for sale in my eBay store. Not yet, Dave, but maybe for the right price. King Cotton, that was not the amp. I was not playing through that little red amp. I'm plugged into my audio interface using my usual system, Line 6 Pod Farm. That little amp is not going to sound like that. Definitely not. Don't want to give anybody like false impressions that oh, that little red amp sounds like that. No. It would not sound like that. It would sound like all those little beginner amps, very basic. No effects, no reverb, nothing. Okay, so, Mr. Beer Cave wants to know, how's the action? The action was a little bit high down at the end of the fretboard. So, as I said earlier, I unbolted the bolts, pulled the neck out of the neck pocket. I put a little piece from a business card, just a little sliver from a business card in the back of the neck pocket, put the neck back on, put the screws back in, tightened it up, and that bumped up the back of the neck just slightly, which then giving it lower action, better action. Very shreddable after I did that. New player, best 3 tips. Okay, tip number 1, practice. Tip number 2, have fun. And tip number 3, do not get down on yourself because you can't play like this famous guy or that famous guy, or you've been practicing for 2 weeks. How come I'm not as good as Eddie Van Halen? It just doesn't work like that, right? So again, practice, but have fun with it and give yourself credit for making progress. And just keep playing and practicing as long as you're having fun. It doesn't matter if you're at this level or this level or this level or this level. Guitar is about enjoyment and having fun. So there you go. Yeah, Rod, I don't want to give any false advertisements. People coming in here saying, you lied. I got it and the amp didn't sound like that. So I said loud and clear, I did not play through that little red amp. Inferno Burst as a kit. Oh, you mean, are you talking about the Acklot guitar? Because I have both of the Acklot kits. I already did a video on the Lorian, the one that I colored purple. I have the Strat kit too. I just haven't done a video on it. It's completely done. If that's what you're talking about. Okay, and lots of other good advice in there from some of you guys. Yeah. Don't buy a really expensive guitar thinking that's going to make you play amazing and sound amazing. It's not the guitar. It's the player that makes the guitar, not the other way around. And like Clutch said, don't buy a too cheap guitar, like one of those $59 guitars that you see on eBay and stuff, because you'll get frustrated. It won't stay in tune. The action will be too high. The neck will be too chunky. Spend a couple $100 if you don't already have a guitar. Ridiculous offers of the week, Marlon. Yes. All right, I'm going to give you one, Marlon, and then I have a couple other things that I have to get to, that I really want to get to. Where is it? Okay, Marlon, here's the intro. Here we go.
The Bald Shredder presents Ridiculous Offers of the Week.
Dear friend. Wow, that's making me feel special already. This is not a cut and paste email. Not when they start with, Dear friend. I hope this message finds you well. My name is blah, 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 and I am part of the team at a brand dedicated to making music accessible and fun through innovative technology. We've been following your amazing work and love how you engage your audience with creative, hands-on content. That's why we think you'll be excited to try our latest product. Ready? It's an air drum kit. You guys see my drum kit? It's right here. It's air. There's my tom. There's my other tom. There's my crash cymbal. My bass drum's down there. It's air. Anyway, and then there's a link to the product, which I did not click on. What makes our air drum kit so special? Well, it weighs only blah, blah. Anyway, I don't need to read the rest of that. Collaboration idea. We'd love to send you a complimentary unit to test and feature. In return, we're open to discussing options like honest review or creative demo. I guess they want one or the other, but not both. So if I do a creative demo, it has to be a dishonest review. I don't know. Anyway, I will not be doing the air drum review. Yeah, no thanks. Okay, now guys, I do have a couple of videos to play in honor of Christmas. Videos that you might remember seeing from the past, if I can find them. Where is it? Where is it? Here it is. This one's a short one, guys. It's only 50 seconds long, so blink and you'll miss it. You guys miss Metal Dude? You guys want to see Metal Dude? You will miss Metal Dude if you blink. Here we go. Check it out. Christmas, Christmas, Christmas. I love Christmas. All right. Christmas, Christmas, Christmas. I love Christmas, right? Hopefully everybody loves Christmas. Now, in addition to that one, guys, I do have another Christmas-themed previous video. You guys familiar with the very classic track, Carol of the Bells, right? So this was my version of Carol of the Bells, which also happens to be on one of my CDs, one of my albums. I think it's on Speed of Light. And I called it Eve of the Bells. Here we go. Alrighty. Hope you guys enjoyed that one. I'm still very happy with the way that one turned out. I really liked that track. And just everything about it. It's very cool. I like the little breaks in there with the keyboards and the piano sounds and stuff. And when I first uploaded that video, it did not get very many views. You know, it's like you upload a video that's like a new song, and you know, it's not a guitar review. It's just a song. It's a performance, whatever. They just don't get that many views. So, but I really like how that turned out, and I hope some of you do as well. Okay, now. I want to give a shout out to all of my current members. Right now I have 28 people that are currently Bald Shredder members. And I'm going to put all the names up on the screen. First, I need to do the member shout out. I haven't done this in a while. And I want to make sure all the members know that I haven't forgotten about you and that I still appreciate everybody who is a Bald Shredder member. I appreciate everybody who's not a member, but I want to give a shout out to those that are. Here we go, guys.
Bald Shredder member shout outs, yay!
Okay, so you guys are probably watching on your phone, so you're not going to be able to see very well, but I'm going to read off all the names. We've got Raging Skull, Shredder level 2. Pepe Le Pew, Shredder level 1. Joseph Brown, Shredder level 1. Big Metal Bob, Shredder level 1. User UD8SZ5DI1F, that was a mouthful, Super Shredder level 3. Raycron88, also Super Shredder level 3. John Winkler level 1. Maddie Taylor level 1. Loco Mover level 1. Jamie Lynn Morris, Super Shredder level 3. Michael M, I'm not sure how to say that, Michael MCEWAN, Shredder level 1. Guitar Bob, level 1. Maker of Tees, level 1. Fisticuffer, level 2. Jim I'm not sure how to say that, 187, level 1. Shred and Shine Guitar Works, level 2. James Montgomery, level 1. Vins, level 1. Gabe, level 1. Rod, Super Shredder, level 3. Seabass, level 1. Shamer Dad something level 1. Martin level 1. New York Chokehold level 2. Smoking Gun level 1. Searching for Tone level 1. Cucumber level 1. And New Mexico Saint, it went out of the frame there, but I think it was level 2 on that one. So thank you to everybody. But again, as I said, not just thanks to the members, but you know, thanks for everybody. If you watch my videos, thank you. If you watch and you leave a comment, also thank you. If you've ever done the super chat, thank you. If you're a member, thank you. All that stuff, right? Yay! And if you ever bought my CDs, Dave, 6-String Stanger, yes, you get a shout out, Dave. Anybody that bought my CDs and actually listened to them, huge thanks. Much appreciated. Okay. Stu, named your dog Shredder. Yeah, that's what I should name my dog. Because he likes to chew on everything and destroy everything. That's why I have to keep like all the doors closed all the time. Especially to the rooms where my guitars are. Because he would get in there and just like... Argh. Mr. Beer Cave, subscribed. Thank you. Much appreciated. Okay, guys, so we got a few minutes left. There's not going to be a live stream next week because it's Christmas Eve, but there will be a live stream the following week, which I believe will be New Year's Eve. Is that New Year's Eve? Let me check. Let me check my calendar here. Yeah, New Year's Eve, 31st. So yes, I will be here live on New Year's Eve. Or maybe it'll be Metal Dude, or it could be Rick's, or who knows. Maybe it'll be my angry dad. I don't know. But somebody will be here on New Year's Eve. So anyway, Okay, that's good. That's good. Thank you, Rod. He converted my CDs to digital so he can listen to them in the truck. Nice. Good to hear. I don't know what you guys' plans are for Christmas. I hope everybody's going to have a nice holiday, no matter where you are, what you're doing. Hopefully, it's a day where you can kind of take it easy, kick back, relax. Sometimes holidays can be stressful, especially if you have a bunch of people coming to your house and you got to get food ready and stuff, and that can be a little bit stressful. So wherever you are and whatever you're doing, try to enjoy yourself and think about the good things in your life. It's always easy to think about this sucks and that sucks and I have pressure from this and not enough this and that. But hopefully on Christmas Day, we can just focus on the things that are good and right in our life and have an enjoyable day and eat some good food and all that stuff. Tim Rock has been lurking. Well, it's good to see that you're there, Tim Rock. I did realize it, Mr. JW. I just wanted to confirm. I did say the Christmas Eve, and I said it would be New Year's Eve, right? I did say that. But then there was like a 1% doubt in my brain that wait a minute, is that right? But I knew it, but I didn't want to say it and then be like, no, that's not right, dude. So yeah, I just wanted to check it. All right, so I'm going to wrap it up, guys. So again, happy holidays. We'll be here in 2 weeks on New Year's Eve. I do know that. Thank you, Mr. JW. And hopefully you guys have a great 2 weeks. What else can I say? Now I'm repeating myself. So, guess what? There will be a new video tomorrow. Yeah. I'm not going to be live for 2 weeks, but there's a new video tomorrow. And there will be a new video on Tuesday next week. 2 days before Christmas. A new guitar video on Tuesday next week. Right? Don't miss it, guys. So I won't be here live in 2 weeks, but no, I will be here live in 2 weeks. I won't be here live a week from today. New video tomorrow and another new video on Tuesday. And then we'll come back the following week for videos and stuff. Okay, I'm done talking. I'm wrapping up here. Doing my countdown. Not the New Year's Eve countdown, just a countdown. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. King Cotton says he has one more question. Let's see if he gets it in. 3, 2, 1. Last chance, King. I'm holding on. I'm down to 1. I'm going to give you about 5 more seconds before I... Okay, I got to hold on. I got to wait, please. If he says another, hang on. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's it. All right, guys. See you next time.